I'm Tela of TelaHolcomb.com, and today I'm sharing with you 3 reasons you should practice before trading and investing. All right, so you've got your list of stocks that you want to trade or invest in, and you're ready to just jump out there, right? Well, hold up. Before you jump out there with your real money and your nice shiny list of stocks, you should practice before you get out there. But I know you really want to get out there right now. Everyone does. They're ready to make some money. But I promise you, practicing before you get out there with your real money is a very good idea. And here's why. First, you don't want to lose any real money, right? I mean, who wants to throw away their money? And if that's you, just go ahead and send it over my way, okay? But if you're like most people, you don't want to lose your money. You've worked hard for this money and you want to make sure most of it is intact or it's doubling itself, right? Well, practicing will allow you to do just that. It will allow you to, number 2, get familiar with techniques and platforms that you plan on using. So by practicing, you can test out different trading and investing platforms that you are looking at actually trading and investing on. This will give you an opportunity to see where do you actually go to buy and sell. What does that look like? What does that transaction look like? What does that button look like that you click? What does the confirmation of, hey, you just bought this stock look like? What does the confirmation, hey, you just sold this stock look like? You want to be very familiar and very comfortable with the platform that you choose. The only way you can get that way is practice. I mean, yes, you can learn the platform while you're out there with your real money. But again, back to number 1, we don't want to lose our money while we're learning how all this stuff works, right? So that will let you get familiar with the platform. Then there's also the techniques. You want to get familiar with the trading and investing techniques that you plan on using. And if they work for you, because you may want to trade stocks or options or do straddles and all this other stuff that probably is Greek to you right now. But you want to figure out how all of that works and be the best at it that you can before you get out there with your real money. This is just going to ensure that you, from an experience standpoint, are able to ensure that most of your money stays intact, that you're losing as less as possible, and that if you do lose money, it's not a contributor it's not because you don't know what you're doing, but maybe there's something in the market. But you also learn how to minimize the loss of any money that you have, but you have to practice first. The third reason is mindset. Now, let me tell you a little something. When I first started, I had to learn that I get greedy, okay? Don't tell anybody. But I get greedy when I trade because I will make a really good trade or I'll make a lot of money in a trade and I'm just like, yes, let's get back out there. I want to make some more money. Like I'm born for this, right? Then I jump right back out there. I'm a little bit cocky and the market takes all my money and then some. I had to learn that when I start feeling that way, that I have to step away from the computer, that it is time to shut it down and go enjoy myself, go enjoy the wins that I've already had for the day and just leave it be. Otherwise, I'm bound to make some mistakes and we don't want that, right? We want to double our money, triple our money. We want to make some money. But if I stay in front of a computer with that feeling, I know I'm going to end up losing money. So I had to learn when it was time to step away. Some people, they battle fear. They might get scared that a stock isn't going straight up. Maybe it's kind of going down and they get scared and they sell right away. Well, you have to learn how you react as a trader and investor and see, is it really just you and your emotions and your attachment to your money, or is it actually the market itself? Is it the stock? That is something that you have to learn, and trust me, it's better to learn that while you're practicing than with your real money. Trust me, I know. So that is where practicing comes in. You get to play around with that. You get to see how you're reacting and what maybe there's some things that you need to implement, like a trading plan. That's something that most traders and investors should have is either a trading or an investment plan. And that's something that I knew I had to implement right away is so that I could fight off the greed, I could fight any fear, and I knew exactly when it was time to sell and exactly when it was time to step away from the computer because Tila, you're about to do something you're not supposed to, right? So by practicing, you get to bring all of that together, figure out yourself and grow skill wise and emotions and everything like that, and be a better trader, be better equipped as a trader and investor before you get out there with your real money. Now, there will still be other experiences to learn along the way, but by getting those out of the way in the beginning, you're going to minimize a lot of the stress and frustration of your real money being out there and you're like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to sell, or I'm scared, or you get greedy, okay? So it's very important that you practice before you get out there with your real money. All right, let me see if there's any questions. Aubrey practiced. She even will go back to practicing. If you're an experienced trader investor, then you know that you come back to practicing. I even practice still now. There's times where if I'm feeling greedy, I may decide, okay, that trade that I'm wanting to do so bad next because I think I'm born for this, I will just practice it in a practice account or on paper just so I get that feeling out of me. So I'm actually doing something, but I'm not really doing it with my real money, okay? So, but I still come back to practicing when I'm feeling like something's not working or I'm feeling like I'm getting greedy. So practicing is great before you get out there with your real money, and it's also going to be a great tool for you while you're out there. Once you become an experienced trader and investor and you're actually making some money, it's still going to be a very beneficial tool for you because then you get to, again, learn new things. So maybe you got out there as investing and you want to venture into trading, or you want to see if trading is something for you. You can practice. Or maybe there's a new technique. You're able to practice that without putting your real money at risk in the beginning. Once you feel comfortable with it, then you can jump out there with your real money. The goal here is to keep as much of our money intact as possible. So that's why practicing is so important, okay? All right, let me see. I want to refresh here. I know, like I said, Aubrey's been back to practice trading for a while. She'll go back to it when she's feeling like maybe something's not flowing for her, or she needs to figure something out, and the same goes for me. She says the emotions are weird, or the emotions are real. Yes, they are. And because we are real. We are real people, and we've worked hard for our money, like I said, and we don't want to lose any of it. So you're gonna experience those emotions, but practicing lets you see exactly where you stand with yourself as a person, in your head, about your money and all of that, so that you can work all of that out before, again, putting real money at risk. So a couple of the platforms that I recommend for practicing are, my favorite is TD Ameritrade. Their platform allows you to practice trading, which is pretty awesome. There's also Options House. They have a paper money account as well. You can practice at investopedia.com. And there's also a site that I'm told called updown.com will allow you to practice trading and investing as well. So try out a few of those resources before you get out there with your real money. I promise you, you won't be disappointed at all. I know there's the big rush and the big urge to want to get out there right now, but I promise you, if you take the time to practice, you will not regret it. Now, how long do you need to practice? All depends on you. Depends on how long it takes you to get familiar and comfortable with whatever trading and investing technique that you are wanting to implement. And it will also depend on you and your emotions. Like, how are you handling those emotions? What can you do? What kind of rules or techniques or different things that you can implement for yourself that will help you combat those emotions. Like I said, for me, when I'm feeling some kind of way, I will step away from my computer. I know it's time to shut down and give it a break for the day, and I can always get back to it tomorrow. I also have a trading plan when I know exactly the amount I'm going, or the price that I'm going to sell it. I know exactly when I'm going to buy it, and I stick to that. All right. So you will start to learn those things about yourself, and the different, like I said, the different things that you might have to put into play to help you with those emotions and to help you get through that. Okay. That's all I have for you guys today. Let me recap. So the 3 reasons you want to practice before you start trading and investing is: 1, you don't want to lose your real money. 2, it gives you the opportunity to learn the platform that you will be trading and investing on, and it also lets you get familiar with any trading and investing techniques that you want to implement. And 3, it helps you learn mindset, or how you react to the different fluctuations in your stock and in the stock market. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up below, share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next video.